All right, welcome back to episode 283 of the Guy and Guns podcast. I'm your host, Troy.
And I'm your other host, Doug.
We use this podcast to talk about guy guns and the responsible Christian gun owners' interest. On this week's show, we'll be welcoming back Shooting Star Shyanne Roberts. It has been 6 years since we last aired on the show.
6 years.
Nearabouts. That's amazing. Well, first off, we want to thank our bandwidth sponsors, Oath Keepers TV, for putting us over there on their platforms. And if you guys want to know more about Oath Keepers, just go to oathkeepers.org. Or if you are not a first responder or a police officer or a former military and just want to support, there is, what's the other thing I drew a blank? defendamericannow.com, and you can find like-minded individuals over there. As you know, Facebook and Twitter and everybody has purged all of Oath Keepers things because they've been falsely accused of being some kind of weird group, which they're not, and you can check all that over there. Also want to thank
Crossbreed Holsters. Hey, you've heard us talk about it. If you're carrying a gun on your person in your vehicle or your wife has one in her purse, check Crossbreed out. They got a holster for you for any gun you just about want to carry. Check them out at crossbreedholsters.com. Carry the cross. Also, PowerTac lights. Hey, if you're looking for a bright light, they have them for law enforcement, military, or hunting guys. You see my headlamp. If you need a bright one and you want to get a good one, lifetime warranty on them, check our buddies out at powertac.com.
Good deal. Well, Doug, you want to introduce our guest tonight? I'll bring him up here.
I do. So tonight we have Shyanne Roberts. Some of you guys that have been with us for a while probably remember Cheyenne. She started out the way we had met her. Our buddy Anthony Calandro at Gun for Hire Radio had Cheyenne, and she was shooting up there at his range in New Jersey, and we got her on the show and got talking to her, and man, she was just telling me a minute ago she was 10 when she was on the show the first time, and I can't believe it's been so long since we've had her on here. But Cheyenne, how you doing?
Doing pretty well. How about y'all?
Hey, we're good. You got a bunch of stuff going on in your life right now, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And you just turned 16.
Yep, almost 2 months.
2 months. And I hear you got a nice, Jeep Grand Cherokee?
Yes, sir.
Man, you can't beat that deal. But you have been extremely busy, and you have actually left the state of New Jersey. So you actually moved to another state. Is it okay if I say where you live now?
Yeah, that's fine.
So you have moved to South Carolina, to one of the free states, and you get to go shooting and doing all kind of neat stuff. So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to.
Well, recently my dad and a couple of his friends just started up a high school skeet team, and I'm a part of that. So I've been doing a lot of skeet shooting lately.
There you go. And what kind of gun you shooting now?
Well, as of right now, I get a new over under on Monday. It'll be a CZ Redhead Premier 12 gauge over under.
Ooh, you're shooting a 12 gauge.
I've been shooting a 12 gauge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's been shooting a 12 gauge since she was 9. There's a picture of her Beretta that's actually taller than she was.
Wow.
Let's see. You shoot 3 gun. You're shooting. Hey, so I just want to ask you real quick. So we were talking about the trap shoot that's set up through your school. How hard was that to get going? Because we know how much the liberals love. When you're talking about, you can't even talk about a gun in school.
Honestly, we were both, me and the other co-founder and head coach. His name's Pete. He's a retired NYPD detective that moved down here. We were both shocked at how enthusiastic they were to do it, and the superintendent even commented, why hasn't anybody thought of this before? So we got no pushback. We got, what can we do to help you?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So let's see. So you're shooting trap at school. So I found out a while ago, and I did not know this, but you are the South Carolina Women's Speed Steel champion for the last 2 years in a row.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Hey, so tell us about that.
Well, it took a lot of practice to get there, and we didn't get to do it this year because of the COVID virus. So I'm
Right.
kind of bummed out on that, but we're hoping to go back next year when they open up again.
So do you belong to a range up there that you practice at and shoot at, or?
We don't really have a home range. We shoot anywhere that we can shoot, basically. Friends' properties, other ranges. We don't really have a home range.
I got you. I bet after some people in South Carolina hear this and hear you over there, plus you just got picked up as a pro staffer from Cabela's.
Ooh.
How did you wind up with that?
That has been a long process waiting.
That took 3.5 years to happen finally.
I mean, I was going to Cabela's since I was, I don't know, itty bitty. And we used to go to the one up in PA, the Legacy store, all the time. And, going there when I was a little kid, it's never a thought, oh, I could be part of their pro staff sometime in my life. And now I'm on it, and it's like, it's surreal. It's awesome.
So how is it in school that when kids find out you're semi-pro shooter?
They don't. It's not really not a concern, nor is it an excitement. They're just like, oh, that's cool.
You go shooting on the weekends. Cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Do you have friends that want you to take them out shooting with them?
Oh yes, ton of them. I have actually I have one of my friends that's over here right now. She's like, when are we gonna go shooting? I was like, soon. As soon as we find the time.
Hey, well, you should take them, especially if they're not. You know as well as I do. When you start introducing somebody that's not in the shooting sports and get them introduced to it and get them started, it's hard to quit.
Yep. Well, I told my dad when we had our first practice for skeet team, and I shot and I did really well for my first time shooting skeet, and I was like, kind of don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think I was bit by the skeet team bug.
Yeah, I have a good friend of mine that shot for the United States Air Force on their skeet team for several years, and he traveled all over the place shooting. He's very good, and he used to try to get me to go. I go out with him a lot and shoot, but he could smoke me. I didn't have the fancy gun, and I just had an old pump. Sometimes I had a semi-automatic I'd take out with me, but I enjoy shooting now. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. Do you reload your shotgun shells, or you got an ammo sponsor now?
Actually, we don't have either one as of right now.
I've been collecting the hulls at practice. By the end of the season, the fall season is 6 weeks long. There's 26 kids on the team, and they shoot an average of 50 rounds each match and another 25 at practice. So I expect to have probably 2 50-gallon barrels full by the end of November.
Hey, so do you who furnishes the ammo for? Does the school buy the ammo, or
no? We get either help from Cabela's sponsors the team and helps out, or the kids provide their own ammo.
So I don't know how it is in South Carolina, but one thing you might want to check. I know Georgia, Friends of the NRA, that board that I got to actually be a part of a couple years. They actually buy pallets of shotgun shells and donate to school shooting teams for skeet and trap. So
okay.
You might want to check that out in South Carolina, because you can put your name on the list, and if you're affiliated with the school, you might not get a ton, but if you get 10,000 rounds, that's not bad.
Right. Now I will definitely bring that up at the next staff meeting, because, but to be honest with you, I served on the Friends of the NRA committee for the state dinner 2 years ago. And then the guy that was the state rep just kind of fell off the radar and disappeared. And there wasn't even a dinner last year that I know of.
Wow. Well, the NRA's taking a big hit this last year.
I can't even find out who the NRA rep is for South Carolina. And I am on the executive board and the outreach director for South Carolina Carry. And we have no idea who the NRA rep is for South Carolina.
Might have to go to Gun Owners of America, because I think NRA is hurting right now. I think they're in bad shape.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.
But what else you been doing, Cheyenne?
Well, I've been doing online school. That started mid or the beginning of August, and I've been keeping up with shooting. Well, skeet team shooting and lacrosse.
Oh, you play lacrosse too.
Yes, sir. I've been playing lacrosse since 8th grade.
You're just a busy girl.
Oh, you got that one right.
That you don't see a whole lot of 16-year-olds that are that dedicated, especially
Oh no.
to shooting and you're an A student too, right?
Yes, sir.
Man,
You did something right, Dan.
Well,
yeah.
I thought I was, and then I got the announcement about, I don't know, about 10 months ago. I was hit with the B word.
Oh God.
I said, "You have what?"
Oh,
Yeah, that. Uh-huh. Yeah.
hey, I have triplet 26-year-old girls, so been there. So
No,
I got
I mean, yeah, he's a good kid. I trust her 100%. But it's just it's a hard thing for a dad to hear that his little girl's dating somebody.
Mm.
uh,
Well, you got plenty of guns around to threaten them with. So.
Honestly, I think most of them are terrified of her.
That's true.
that's a good thing to have.
Yes, exactly.
Keep them afraid too.
Exactly.
So what's your next match coming up, Cheyenne? What do you where are you going if they take all the restrictions off and let people actually go back to life again?
If they were to take all the restrictions off, and go back to normal, it would be the 2 North Carolina and South Carolina state championships. And then after that, it would be Vegas for SHOT Show and Houston for NRA.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do NRA this year too. We had hotel reservations booked last year in Nashville, and we were ready to go.
I'm really hoping they do Vegas this year for SHOT Show, because this year will be my first year I'll be able to go. And
yeah, you're old enough
really
now to go.
Deal.
You got to be 16 to go to SHOT, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
one of her major sponsors has been asking for years for her to go to their booth, and we just have to keep telling them we'd love to, but she's not old enough yet.
Yep.
Can't say that no more.
No.
Yeah, I got my invite last week to range day, so they're planning on having it. So
yeah, I called the NSSF about 3 weeks ago and asked them about that, because real legitimately, we probably should be booking airline tickets right now.
Yeah. Well, Vegas has always got lots of flights, but you might find the best deal earlier.
Right. And they said, as far as we're concerned, it's still on, but ultimately it comes down to it's up to Las Vegas City Council and Nevada State Legislature.
Mm.
Yeah, if they decide that it's too dangerous, they're just going to pull the plug.
It may come down to who wins the election too.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot of money for that town. I mean, SHOT is huge for Vegas.
I mean, as a parent, I got to say, I'm not sure how I feel about spending 5.5 hours in a tube with recirculating air, and who knows who's sick and who isn't. And then, there's been the infamous SHOT Show crud for years.
Oh yeah.
And what does that look like with the possibility of COVID on top of it?
Yeah, last show I went to, I got the SHOT Show crud on the 3rd or 4th day.
Right.
And I couldn't get out of the room for like 3 days. I had to move my flight back.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even conceive of flying. And so I've been driving as many years as I can stand, but it's a 3-day drive if you do it by yourself.
Right.
When is SHOT this year? It's in January sometime.
It's always the 3rd week of January.
Yeah, 3rd week of January.
3rd week.
Unfortunately, it's the week before the porn industry shows up there, so you got a really weird mix showing up if you're leaving. It's a disgusting bunch of people.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of friends of mine that are out at SHOT and then go into like the AVN dinner awards with stars. I'm like, oh my god, really?
Yeah, it's Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my princess here is expecting me to rent a Lamborghini for the week.
Well, yeah. I don't know about a week, maybe a day.
Maybe an hour.
Well, I had to break her heart and tell her that she's not going to be able to drive it, even if I did that, because you have to be at least 25. They're not going to give a 16-year-old
Well,
a
that's
$250,000 supercar.
Right. Maybe
Well,
your
you just read
sponsors can do it.
you just read it for Dan. Go drive around the corner and swap seats.
Oh yeah,
That's a good idea.
That would be an insurance. Woo, that'd be some expensive insurance right there.
Man. So you got North Carolina, South Carolina coming up and shot. And when's your first match with your school team?
Sunday. This Sunday coming up.
Oh, nice. Now, where do y'all shoot? You got a range up there that you've worked out with to shoot, or
No. And Shy wasn't kidding. Unfortunately, this area that we're at in York County, South Carolina, it's just over the border from Charlotte. There's not a really good quality range in the immediate area. There's some small stuff that just, the one that comes to mind, the guy's a really nice guy, but he's 99 years old if he's a day, and he just can't keep up with the maintenance on it. And the next nearest one that could accommodate the team is a 45-minute ride one way. And that was going to be an issue. So we got, luckily, somebody in the neighborhood. The family had 8 acres of land and said, we'd love to support this. You can use our property.
Oh, nice.
But, that comes with its own set of challenges. I think what we have to do is, and I understand why, we have to show the school board and the administration a couple years of a perfect safety record, no issues at all, before we can go back to them and say, okay, look, we've proven ourselves now. And, there's this parcel of land at the very, 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 very back of the campus in the woods. And this campus is huge. And we want to use that for the team. And then be able to get lights and bleachers and really have a professional kind of thing set up.
Cool.
And I'm working with a couple of county council people that are very pro 2A. And I'm trying to sell them on the same thing that Las Vegas did with Clark County. The Clark County range is a private-public partnership. And the county over there in Nevada, they provided the land, and then it's a private entity that actually runs it and maintains it. Because if we can do that, then we can have everything. We can have speed steel. We can host regional and national level matches. We can have a rifle range. We can have a pistol range. We can have skeet. We can have 5-stand. We can, I really want to have a 5-star indoor-outdoor facility. And I've had plenty of guys come up to me and say, I'd pay $500 a year for a membership to that, just so I didn't have to drive 2 counties away to sight my hunting rifle in.
Right.
Because there's just nothing adequate around here.
Let's see. Yeah, there's no military bases up around you either, is there?
No, not close enough.
Yeah, I was thinking Sumter up at Shaw Air Force Base, but I'm not sure how far that is away from you guys.
There's one in Fayetteville, that's far away.
Yeah, Fayetteville's far away.
There's no local gun clubs or gun stores that might be able to help.
No, I mean there's a real high-end store in Charlotte called Blackstone, and it is very nice. It's every bit as nice as Anthony's place, but they're limited to pistol only, 15 yards.
Oh.
And in fact, one of the local USPSA clubs was holding weekly matches in their indoor range, and they were stopped about a year and a half ago because the night that the business had set aside was getting so much demand from customers that they're like, look, we're losing money by letting you guys use this for free. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go find somewhere else because we need to be making money on this. So really, ideally, I would really love to be able to get 20, 25 acres and have an indoor range, pro shop, stuff like that, classrooms for teaching CCW permits, and an outdoor pistol, rifle, shotgun, action range, skeet, 5-stand,
Hey Troy, they need to get hooked up with the guys from that we met down there at Iraqi Vet 88 shoot with the what was it, Crazy Quail or something?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we were with them in Tennessee before the NRA convention in Nashville a few years ago. They brought the Crazy Quail out, and we had 9 junior girls, and I've never seen people break a sweat shooting clays before.
Yeah, we were shooting with 22 full auto 22s at the last Iraqi veteran shoot.
Nice.
Those were fun. What was
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that thing is insane. I'm going to try to get a hold of the guys because we had a blast when they brought that out to do the demo, and I really want to see if they're able to do it. I don't know where they're headquartered compared to where we are, but I'd love for them to bring that thing out for the team just for a fun day.
Oh,
Well,
it's fun.
It's Palmetto State in South Carolina?
Yeah, they're in Columbia, about an hour south of us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they might have some kind of, well, that's still a long way to drive for practice though.
Yeah. And the other thing I'm working on, I don't know if y'all know anybody or not. I'm trying to get a hold of Kim Road before she starts getting ready for the Tokyo Olympics in the summertime for the same thing. You know, if she happens to be in the Charlotte area, I'm sure the kids would love to be able to meet her and have her give them a little talk and, you know, maybe sign some autographs.
That'd be cool. I don't know that I don't have any connections with any of those people.
Right.
I'm aware of. But being that Cheyenne's now 16 years old, you're already looking at some colleges. Is there colleges that have some shooting sports that you could possibly work your way into those? Or is that something you're looking at already?
Well,
As of
Dallas.
right now, I've been looking at two close to home. Clemson isn't that far away, and they have a shooting team. And a couple years ago at NRA,
Dallas.
no,
Yeah, it was NRA Dallas.
what? Oh, NRA. No.
When he recruited you, yeah, it was.
Liberty University, one of their coaches,
Yep.
recruited me for their college for their shooting team. And then when we lived in Texas, we also looked at Texas A&M.
The Liberty's got a nice campus. I don't know if you guys have been there or not, but they've got farms range on campus.
Right.
And they also allow them to carry concealed as well on campus. And they have quite a bit of shooting sports there.
Yeah.
Cool place.
Like she said, the pistol coach approached us at the NRA convention and we talked to her for a few minutes and handed her his card. And he said, listen, when you want to come see the campus for a weekend, you call and let me know. You're not staying at a hotel. You're going to stay at my house.
That's cool. Yeah, they're great people. My oldest daughter is looking to go there next year. So
yeah, and for me, it's kind of Liberty is kind of like the perfect location because it's literally halfway between here and my mom's house in South Jersey. So Shy could make it for a visit to either one in 4 hours.
Oh, cool.
You know, so she could either come home on a weekend if she wanted to, or she could go see her grandma on a weekend if she wanted to.
Good deal.
And then Clemson is about an hour and a half south of us, and my stepbrother's actually on the faculty there.
Well, that's cool.
So
you got some inroads in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, she knows that as a single parent, there's just no way I can afford that kind of tuition. So it's going to have to be either a sports or shooting scholarship, or having Uncle Sam pay the bill.
Well, if you decide, Dana Shyanne was telling me earlier that she was thinking that military might be a possibility down the road. She might want to do that.
Yeah, Army's got great teams.
Yeah.
Army's got a good team. Air Force has got a good team. I was telling them earlier when I was talking to them before we, jumped on the show. I have a good friend of mine that shot for the Air Force team, and he traveled all over the place shooting.
Right.
And so if you ever decide you want to go that route, and not necessarily the Marine Corps, Shy, because I retired from the Air Force. So if you ever decide you want to go that route, let me know, and I can get you in contact with him, and he can tell you exactly what you got to do it.
Yeah, she's going to have to start making some decisions here in the next 6 months or so, because they're going to start the the senior year curriculum plan, probably sometime in the next few months. And their senior year is going to come and go in the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And I told her the other day, I said, you really got to start talking to some of these recruiters and finding out, what are the differences between the reserves and National Guard and active duty, and how does that affect your retirement, and what are they offering you? And I mean, she's got the grades for OCS. There's no doubt in my mind. And 2 years ago, she met our local Congressman Ralph Norman, and he right off the bat said, when she's a junior, let me know, get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to write a letter of recommendation to any of the military academies she wants to go to.
Cool.
There you go. Can't complain with that.
No, and she's probably rolling her eyes right now. She'd probably be the first to tell you I won't shut up about it, because I don't want her to make the same mistakes that I did, and I had the same opportunity. When I was a little bit younger than her, she is now, Top Gun came out. And the same year Top Gun came out, my family went to California for 2 weeks. And we flew into San Francisco, did the whole tourist thing, drove down A1 or the highway there along the coast, and left out of San Diego. And on a complete coincidence, the weekend we were leaving, they were having a Blue Angels air show at the Miramar Naval Air Station. So my mom has a picture of me at 14 or 15 years old throwing a salute in front of the famous Fightertown, USA hangar.
Nice.
And I was like enthralled. Like, wait, I can get paid to play with these jets? Are you kidding me? Like, where do I sign up? And she even got our congressman at the time in South Jersey was Rob Andrews, and he actually did write the letter of recommendation for me to go. Unfortunately, my attitude about math and things as a teenager was really pretty bad. And in my mind, it was like, what's so hard? You pull back to go up, you push forward to go down, left is left, right is right, there's the target, pull the trigger. Why do I need to know all these aerodynamic stuff? And I regret it. I regret it to this day. I really should have went into the military right out of high school, and I didn't know any better. And so I'm constantly preaching to both her and her little brother that, don't make this mistake. Do it the right way. Let the government pay for your education.
Sure. My niece, she got a full ride from the Army through dental school, through college and dental school, because she had perfect, high school grades and a good transcript and all kinds of service,
Right.
So that was the way to go, because I think her husband, he was a doctor, and I think he'll be paying for medical school for quite some time. But no, I think he got in the Army playing on the back end of it. But it was pretty interesting to see how much the government actually pays for schooling. That's a lot of money.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know probably about a year or so ago, she mentioned to me about having an interest in long range precision shooting. And I'm like, that's really great, and I'm proud as hell that you want to, serve your country and all that. But listen, there's not a lot of call in the civilian world to be able to kill somebody a mile away.
No, shooting bears on the Alaskan pipeline, maybe. But.
Yeah, that's about it.
Hey, so over on YouTube, Steve told me, he said, hey, "What's wrong with the Marine Corps? Semper Fi." I like absolutely nothing. But Cheyenne, who do you have sponsoring you now? You want to put some plugs in for them?
I have Blade Tech, Radians, Cabela's, 2A Arms, Geisley, Trigicon, Laser Ammo, Gun Girl Clothes. Oh, what's the other one? Pro Shot and Ranger Proof. I'm forgetting anybody.
Yep, I can think of.
How did you get all those logos on your shirt? It had to be really tight in there. That's cool. That's some high end stuff that you're talking about there.
Oh, Warren Scopes.
Yep, Warren Scope mounts, Voodoo Tactical. Yeah.
Voodoo.
Wow.
I have some Voodoo Tactical stuff.
They make some great gear. They really do.
So if Troy and I need some stuff, you got the hookup for us?
I'm sure she could probably send you. She's leaving out something kind of important. Radiance hooked her up with her own signature line of shooting glasses.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
It's cool. Are they purple?
Send a few dozen pairs to those guys, right?
Yeah, heck yeah.
That is cool. Well, let's plug your. If people want to follow you, where would they go to find out what you're doing, your matches? As you're progressing, what your regular schedule, that kind of stuff.
Well, for my Instagram, it would be 3Gun Shy, and my Facebook would be Shyanne Roberts, and it says athlete underneath of it.
Okay. And then you post on there pretty regular, and you just keep people up to date with what's going on, and
keep people up to date. Tell them what's new, everything like that. What matches I'm going to shoot, how I did.
Yeah, I follow you on your social media too. That's how I knew you got picked up by Cabela's the other day as a pro staffer. So, I said, let me look in my phone. I still had your dad's number in my phone. I said, let me just message him real quick and see if he still got the same number. And he did.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've had it for so long and it's out there so much. I can't change it to a local number.
Oh no.
Well, cool. Has local numbers anymore anyway. I think everybody carries a number with them for life now.
Yeah.
Well, there's no long distance anymore, so it really don't matter anymore.
Right.
Good deal. Well, any other last questions? Anybody online here have any questions? I was checking we got like 7 different feeds going here at the same time, so that's why I'm looking over here. I'm looking over there. I'm trying to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. So
folks are talking to us at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Good Lord. You guys really are multitasking.
Yeah, we're like a bunch of squirrels chasing a forest of oaks, All right. Well, good deal. I really appreciate you getting us up to date. That is really cool. I'm glad you got all these sponsors. That is amazing. And the options for the schools and even military. That's cool. Any other things you guys want to bring us up to speed on?
I know that both of us want to get down to your all's neck of the woods because I've heard of this amazing kind of Disney World for shooting complex down there. I think it's near Augusta called Governor's Gun Club.
Okay.
And apparently they have indoor skeet. I don't know how they're doing indoor skeet, but apparently they do.
Wow.
I don't know. I live about 2 hours from Augusta. I live in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
And Troy is up in Kentucky. So,
okay.
Hey, if you ever coming through this way, by all means, please stop in.
Well, I mean, definitely Google Governor's Gun Club in outside of Augusta, Georgia. It's supposedly an amazing facility, and apparently it even has 2 restaurants on site.
Wow, that is cool.
But I can't figure out how they're doing skeet and trap inside.
Must have some kind of screen or something to catch.
But what about the echo from the gunshot?
Yeah, true. They're all suppressed. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, our buddies at Atlas Defense are making suppressors for the shotguns for the indoor range.
Yeah, nice. That would be awesome. I'm dying to see it. I know Shy's been asking for years, and we just haven't ever had the time. I know she is dying to go to Knob Creek for one of the machine gun shoots.
Oh yeah, that's mayhem right there.
Yeah, we've seen the videos. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah. It's coming up in October, isn't it?
Are they doing it this year?
I don't know. We've got this little communist guy called Andy up here that keeps making us wear masks. Nobody's dying or getting sick to speak of. He just announced he's going to extend it another month, at least get through the election. But
yeah,
who knows? I mean, 90% of the people are fed up with it, and the other 10% drive around with masks on in their car by themselves. And
yep.
We know they're voting for Biden, but other than that, that's about the world we live in. I hope that they are. I haven't checked. Last I saw that they were planning to, but I don't know if they got canceled or not. I'm sure if the governor can can wave his magic wand, he will make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, I think we'd probably be more looking at the one in the spring, which is usually right around Easter.
Yeah. It's twice a year, spring and fall.
I don't know. Maybe I can get some help from you guys. I mean, seems to me that would be probably a really nice birthday present from Shy, don't you think, guys?
Well, that'd be pretty
I'm
cool.
not gonna get that money from.
I mean, my birthday is like a week before Easter. I think that would be a very kind gesture on her part.
Shy, that's what sponsors are for.
Say, hey, we need all expenses paid trip to Knob Creek. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I think that. I mean, I don't think that's asking for too much.
That's the one that wants Eleanor for his 50th birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, well, if you ever get to Georgia, I can take you up to my range, and you can shoot up there sometime with us.
Okay.
And if you decide you ever want to go hunting, let me know. I do a lot of pig hunting down here.
Oh, well, okay. You just said the magic words.
I want to go Hellhagen.
Well, yeah, me too. But it's like $3,000 an hour.
Did you hear that? There's a condition. She wants to go up in a helicopter to go hunt.
Oh, I know. I do too, and my wife knows I want to go. But it's like I checked into it, it's like $3,000 an hour.
Oh gosh.
So I'm just going to have to shoot them at night with the thermal and just keep doing it that way.
No, I think that'd be a lot of fun if we came down and made a video out of it. Come down there and go hog hunting with you.
Hey, anytime.
Yeah, night vision
definitely.
and all.
Yeah, I like that idea. What do you think?
I like it.
You want to go down to Georgia and go hog hunting at night?
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hook you up. We ride around all night long sometimes, depending on where we go. But we go down to Savannah and do it. It's more fun in this part of the country when it's cool outside. That way the rattlesnakes and stuff are kind of dormant.
Yeah.
And leave you alone.
Right.
But we'll keep you safe. We haven't been bit yet.
No, that sounds like a good idea. Let's think about doing that after SHOT Show.
Sounds good. I'll be done with duck hunting by then, so
okay.
I'll be rolling on pigs by then.
Okay, absolutely. I like this idea. Let's really take a serious look at it, and we can make a video out of it.
Shy, I'll put one of my guns in your hand and see what a good shooter can do with it.
People say that a lot.
Good deal. We got a comment from one of our listeners over on YouTube. It said, "Great job, kiddo. Keep shooting." And that's from Appalachian 2A. So he was wishing you good luck on your adventure.
He is from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Neighbors.
Yep, neighbors.
Good deal. All right. Anything else, Doug?
That's it. Shy, we appreciate you coming on. Dan, I appreciate you making time out of y'all schedule. I know Cheyenne's busy, and it's a school night, but she's doing virtual school because I guess you can sleep in if you want. Well, anytime you want to come on and promote something, just holler at us.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Good night.
Night, Shy.
All right. That was cool. Catch up, man. I can't believe it's been 6 years.
I know, right? She
sounds so much older. She's so much older.
I can't believe she's driving. Man, but she's picking up some cool toys, though. I know that.
Yeah. Good deal. All right. This week's guiding gun activities. Doug, what you been up to?
Let's see. What have I been doing? I haven't done a whole tremendous amount, but I did get to go shooting last night. This weekend, muzzleloader season comes in Georgia, and I took a gun out. I just had my muzzleloader bore sighted, so I needed to get the scope checked. So I got it out last night and shot it. I have a Thompson Center Encore Pro Hunter in 50 cal, and man, you talk about a sweet shooting gun. It took me 6 shots, and I had it 3 shots. I had it zeroed at 50 yards, and I moved it out to 100, and went ahead and dialed it on in there because I wasn't sure how close it was going to be after getting it bore sighted. If I was even going to be on paper. So I started at 50, and then moved it out to 100 in 3 shots. I was in the bullseye and shooting 100 grains of 777 pellets, and I think I'm shooting a 240 grain or maybe it's 230. It's 235 grain power belt bullet. And I can tell you, I wouldn't want to get hit with it.
No, I saw your video. It was like, man, that's a pretty powerful load you just shot down there. He was pushing
Yeah.
that little ball down there. Was it a sabo or a ball, or what are you shooting?
And it's a power belt bullet, so it's got a little plastic piece on the bottom of it, but it's a
Right.
copper bullet with a plastic insert in it. It looks like a kind of a modern day, but it shoots 209 shotgun primers.
Yep.
And it'll take all the way up to 150 grain of powder. I could actually put 3 pellets in it, but man, I'm getting too old for that. That's like shooting a 300 Win Mag, which I'm not real keen on that. I'm more into comfort. Make a better shot, and you don't have to hurt them as bad.
As long as you can hit with it, it don't matter how
Oh
fast.
man, that thing is
heavy enough bullet.
yeah. I was actually thinking about me and my friend Andy were talking. He's got a 50 cal, and he does kind of like what I used to do. I used to take the sabots and I would shoot a 220 grain 44 Magnum round out of it, and you can generate a little bit more velocity and downrange energy with it, and it worked really good. But when I picked up the gun, the guy told me that's what he'd been using. It worked really well. It shot him good, and he tried several. I was like, okay, why mess with a good thing? So I scoped it. He was shooting iron sights on it, and I scoped it with a Nikon, and I like it. It's got the BDC reticle in it. So I don't know if anybody shoots a Nikon with the BDC reticle, but Nikon puts out an app for your phone called Nikon. What is it?
Smart something. Or
So it's
I used to have it. I had the
spot on.
Yeah, I used to have this HMR, the 17 HMR with a Nikon that was mated for the 17 HMR.
Mm-hmm.
And if you pick different loads, you put that in that little app, and it would tell you what your hold off is on it, what your ring and all that.
Yeah. That app, you can actually put it in for the muzzleloader for the 50 cal, and you can tell it how big a bullet, how much powder you're shooting,
Mm-hmm.
and what your zero is, and then it will actually let you slide the bar. Like if you go up on your scope, dial up to 5, you can slide the bar on the app up to 5, and it tells you on your BDC reticle where it's going to hit.
Right.
And I'm like, man, that's pretty slick right there.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It reminds me of the Shepherd scopes back in the day. I think they still make those things. You remember the Shepherd scopes?
Mm-hmm.
I bought one of those for $308 a long time ago. It was great. I ended up trading that gun and scope. That was quite an investment back in the day. I think it was like 50, probably 20 years ago, 24 years ago, something like that. They were like $700. That was like loophole kind of money back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I had to see a lot of people give their recommendations for it before I was willing to let go of the money. But
I like Nikon scopes. They make good glass. I like Vortex too, but Nikon went out. Well, they quit making rifle scopes a couple years, or last year I think it was. Last year, year before, they're just not making them anymore. But you can still find shops that have a lot of surplus, that they bought and selling off, and they're giving them pretty good discount deals right now. So I was able to pick up one and got it hooked up, and it works good. I also shot I rescoped my 30-06. I got a Remington 700 in 30-06, and I rescoped it. I had a Tasco World Class that was on there.
Yeah,
it shot good it's still good. It's a 50 millimeter, and it shot good. It holds true, but the only problem is the scope's getting older, and I am too. The only difference is it still is the same, and it does not have the eye focus on the back of the scope.
Oh, okay.
So I can't. My old eyes, I can't see through it very well. So, I can see through.
I got a really nice loophole 6.5 to 20 Vari X3 on my 25-06, but it's got those fine crosshairs,
mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I can't really see them anymore. I'm going to have to get a different reticle scope. So Anybody who wants to trade for a really precision scope, I might have to be putting that up on the market here soon and get me something I can actually see the crosshairs on, because that fine duplex, man, that's hard to see when you get in your 50s.
It is.
Mm,
It makes it rough.
yeah.
But that's it for me. What have you been up to?
Oh well. Of course, daily Bible reading.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Today's my 26th anniversary. My wife's my 26th anniversary. Uh, and we just got back literally right before the show, maybe an hour or two before the show, and got settled in and trying to get all this stuff plugged in and going. I was trying to do everything off my phone because I forgot and left my little MacBook. I was going to take it with me in case we decided to stay and just do it from the road. But everywhere I went, there was no all the Wi-Fi was garbage, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. But just got back from that. We went to Land Between the Lakes, and we ate a really nice restaurant out there last night and again today. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been out to Patty's 1880 Settlement out there at Land Between the Lakes. They've got this
If I did, it was years ago.
2-inch thick center cut pork chop that weighs a pound, and it's this big around, and then it's that thick. And yeah, I had that yesterday. I ate that and a potato and a piece of pie, and that's all I ate yesterday, except for a really nasty chicken sandwich on me, but on the way out there. And I don't want to talk about that, but that's enough of that. So on to let's see. I'll be doing church security this coming Sunday. Last Sunday, we were planning to go to a different church. I think we're going to start looking at other churches. So we've been looking around, and we didn't make reservations in time to go to the one we were planning to. I didn't realize you had to have reservations to go because they you have assigned seating or something at this church. So, but I'll be back at our regular church Sunday, and then I'm still trying to find a good holster for my STI Staccato C. And everyone I find is like $80, $90 for something that just doesn't look like $80 or $90 for the holster. And I've asked our friends at Crossbreed, and they said that they might make me one sometime in the future. And that was 3 months ago. But I've been looking for that. Can't find it. Put out collars, feelers everywhere. I can get a full custom leather one, but it's like $175 outside the waistband kind of holster, and I'm really looking for a concealment holster. I've talked to everybody that I respect. So we got the hay put up in the barn. I didn't know I still could do it, but I threw most of it off the wagon onto the elevator, which wasn't the hardest part, but got the elevator working good, and I got my son and cousin and his friend. So it worked out good. Took us a couple hours to get it all put up in the barn. So I've got to get another 200 or so bales before winter gets here. I found some. I just got to get somebody to go with me and help me load it. So that's the farm stuff. Cows are doing good. Bull's been in there with them since July. So probably taking him out in November. And what else? Close the pool. Getting stuff ready for time. Yeah, I got a leak somewhere around the barns. I got a water line leak, so I got to dig that up and splice it. I'm hoping that I think that's like the third leak I guess I fixed already. I'm starting to think that I'm going to have to replace the whole line. My grandfather put it in. Who knows how long ago? So I think maybe it's at the end of its life. So that's gonna be fun. That's pretty much it. Concealed carry today, EDC. I've got the Glock 30S, and I packed while we are out there. I packed my little Ruger SP 101. It's got the spurless hammer and the no drag sight and 357 Magnum, and it's got the laser grips on it, so we can tear up the camera with a laser. But there's nobody behind me, nobody this direction. I'm in a concrete bunker down here, so I wasn't being unsafe. So then the usual suspects. What are you carrying tonight?
I got the usual suspect, Glock 19, with my student of the gun night vision sights.
Yep.
Which I like a lot. And I got that on me. And what else I got? Oh, I got my Spartan auto knife.
Yep.
And dude, I like this thing. It is it's working really well for me. Of course, now I ain't gonna be cutting up, hogs or none of that stuff with it. It's not what I really want to do with that, but and I try not to cut boxes and stuff at work. But I carry it in my pocket every day, all day, and I like it.
I lost my headset. Yep. Just losing all my stuff. My hat keeps falling down. My bald head don't hold my hat in place anymore. It gets slick. I'm gonna get me some duct tape, stick it up.
I know, right?
You don't have no problem. You got all your hair.
I do. Look.
All mine's in the front and the back are starting to go, man.
All mine's just turned colors. But I told my wife I'd rather it turn gray than turn loose.
Yep. Well, mine did both. So I got the worst in the world. All right, you've got a joke for us. What's the joke?
I do. So a young couple invited their aged pastor over for Sunday dinner. And while they were in the kitchen preparing a meal, the minister asked their son what they were having. He said, goat. The minister said, goat? And the little boy said, yes, sir, that's right. He said, yep. He said, I heard my pa and ma the other day say we might as well have the old goat for dinner over today or tomorrow. It doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, lots of things lost in the translation there.
Bill said you needed some toupee tape.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shave
Hold your
it
hat
off.
down. Just hold your hat on.
I told Chris, I said, I'm just gonna shave it all off, and she goes, no, you're not going Telly Savalas. What is his name? Telly Savalas.
Yeah.
Kojak, get me some lollipops and shave all my hair off. I don't know. It's just the way it is. All the vanity goes away when you get old. All right.
Yes, it
so
does.
let's see. We've already done the interview. We've done the joke, and now we've got the Bible verses. And let me pop it up here. It's not going to be a long one tonight, so don't everybody jump off of here. Everybody running for the hills. I bring the Bible verses up. Coming tonight from Romans 12, verses 1 and 2, a living sacrifice. I appeal to you, therefore, brothers, by the mercies of God, to present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. So, we were bought for a price. We are no longer our own. If you're a believer, if you're a follower of Christ, you die to yourself and you live for Christ. You have a responsibility. First of all, you love the Lord with all your heart, mind, soul, body, and secondly, that you love your neighbors yourself. But you also have a responsibility that you are going to present yourselves acceptable. You're going to, whatever it is that you desire to do that is not God honoring, you're going to have to give that up. And if that's getting drunk and falling out in the street and running up and down the road drunk, or if that's if that's getting in a fight every time somebody upsets you and calls you bald head, or whatever it is that doesn't glorify God, whatever those things are that take away from the kingdom, those things, God calls you away from that. He calls you to live for Him and die to yourself, and that is something that the Holy Spirit will be working with you. Once you become saved, once you accept Christ as your Lord and Savior, once you die to yourself, this process of sanctification starts happening. And then the more you read the Bible, the more things you'll find out that you were doing wrong. The more you hear the good preaching of word, the more you'll find out that there are things in your life that you need to change, and the Holy Spirit will start making you aware of that. And it's just, it's not like going cold turkey. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that wasn't appropriate. I didn't realize that calling someone a bunch of 4-letter words is not acceptable anymore. Well, it's not. uh, and so as you go through that process, it doesn't ever end, right? And so every day I'm confessing sin. I'm recognizing sin in my life that had been there. I'm recognizing things that I do that have hurt people's feelings and have to go back and ask forgiveness. And so that is just a process. And so you show the same kind of grace that God showed you, and you show that to other people as well. And not everybody's on the same level as you, and you just have to be patient. And that's their problem, not really yours. And so that's just my encouragement today from Romans 12 verses 1 and 2. You have anything that you want to plug in there on, Doug?
No, you got it, brother.
Good deal. All right, you have done the joke. I've done the Bible verses, and I've got so many screens up that I cannot keep on. All right, so we got a couple things we want to plug. First of all, our patches and stickers. I still have some in stock. I'm going to have to do a reorder. I have not even looked at shirts, but I need to do that. I'll put that on my to-do list. Doug, you remind me of that if you talk to me this week.
All right.
Get those shirts on order. I know a lot of you guys have heard that so many times that you don't believe me anymore, and I may not believe myself, but we'll try to get we'll try to get those on order. I just haven't found the look I want. The company that I was getting ready to place the order with, I got the artwork and stuff ready. Right before COVID, nobody answers the phone. I don't know if they went out of business. You would think online ordering of stuff, would still happen. But I know a lot of suppliers and stuff can't get stuff from China because all the people over there was sick or something, or we closed off inbound shipping and stuff. So who knows? But I never got a call back. So I'm all. A lot of people told me to get with what's the guy down in Texas? Does all those silly videos, but I have not talked to him yet. The guy that does what is his name? He's the veterinarian that's got like cool trucks and stuff and shoots stuff and blows stuff up. And I can't remember. I've talked to him a bunch of times at an Iraqi vet shoot. He's been there. I don't know. Brain fart. Okay, so we're going to go move on. Subscribe Star. We've got a Subscribe Star account. Probably somebody's over there. No, nobody yet. Subscribe Star, Guide and Guns. So if you go to Subscribe Star and you want to be a monthly contributor, there's different levels that you could do that at. And we got that at the request of several of the listeners. So you can go to Subscribe Star and find Guide and Guns. Also, want to just plug Oath Keepers again. If you get wherever military, to uphold and defend the Constitution, and you served in the military, police, first responders, Coast Guard, any of those services where you were defending our country, they would love to have you as a member. And you can go to oathkeepers.org. And
come join us.
Yep, Doug is a member. I'm a life member as an associate because I didn't serve there. But there are all kinds of other ways. If you're a ham radio operator and communications guys,
yeah,
they would like to have you right now. If you're a computer whiz like Doug is, you can set up websites and all that stuff. They probably like to have you. Lots of those things. All right, Doug, you got the last two.
Axelson Tactical. Hey, you saw Troy and I's guns that we have from Axelson. They are TAC drivers. Axelson makes custom rifles, ARs, bolt guns, pistols, and they have an online store that you can order stuff through as well. But they make some high quality stuff. So go check our buddies out at AxelsonUSA.com. And when you find something that you like, which you probably will, use our promo code God and Guns, get 10% off just for listening to the show. Also, Palmetto State Armory. Palmetto doesn't give us a promo code, but they do give us money back that helps us do what we do and keep the show up and running. So everything that you buy, use our affiliate link and go out there and click on that and go through. And everybody needs pieces, parts, scopes, ammo when they got it, and gun parts when they got them here lately. They're buying so much stuff up. But go check our buddies out at PalmettoStateArmory.com.
Good deal. Appalachian 2A said Demolition Ranch. Yeah, that's the YouTube channel he's got. He's got a Bunker Branding. I think that's the name of the company. I think Bunker Branding is the company, but someone's been held for review. You seen that?
What's it now?
I got some kind of message. It's held for review. Okay, I'll look at it later. Armed Citizen of the Week. What you got?
Let's see. This is going to be a weird one. This was on the NRA Armed Citizen of the Week. The family that hangs together, I guess. So a couple was saved by their 21-year-old son from an attacker in a parking lot at a Houston, Texas restaurant on September 25th, 2020. The couple, the son's father and stepmother, were at a bar dancing in the early morning hours of Friday when a man approached them. The man groped the stepmother and slapped the father. This unwarranted advance prompted the couple to leave shortly after. As they were making their way to their car, the couple was followed by the man. The man then began to punch the father, knocking him out.
Wow.
Before then beginning the assault, then he started beginning the assault on the stepmother. When this was occurring, the son walked out of the bar and witnessed the incident unfolding. Fearing for the safety of his father and his stepmother, the son retrieved his gun and shot at the assailant. The incident occurred at 2 a.m. Friday morning. The assailant was wounded in the process and taken to the local hospital where he later died. The father regained consciousness in a short time after the shooting. The father believed his son took a quick action that he did due to the past incident where the father was shot in the face during a robbery.
Gosh.
This guy has had some bad luck. The father and son were allowed to leave the scene after being questioned by police. Police corroborated the couple's story after going through CCTV footage of the area during the incident, determining the son acted in defense of the couple. No charges are being pressed against the son. That came from Newsweek.com in Houston, Texas.
Wow. The world's just gone crazy. I tell you.
Man, trouble just seemed to follow him around.
I tell you. Shot in the face, man. That's
shot in the face.
I tell you, I'm always surprised at how many people actually survive gunshot wounds. It's amazing to me how strong the body is. They can withstand all that. You see a lot of these military guys, they get shot 6, 7, 8 times and still finish the mission, come home, get patched up, and not really have a whole, sometimes they have some serious after issues, but it's amazing. I mean, of course, they've got a lot of armor and a lot of things now that help keep them alive, and the use of tourniquets. But it's just amazing to me how people can endure so much and still come out of it. I could imagine someone getting shot in the face and this. Well, those 2 police officers out there, it was in California, that illegal immigrant shot them, ambushed them and shot them.
In the car, shot him in the face.
Shot him in the face. Wow. It's just crazy. I tell you
what was a kicker was the female officer that got shot in the face. She got out and put a tourniquet on her partner.
Yep.
And it was able to call for help after being shot in the jaw.
Jeez. It's crazy.
But they caught that dude.
Well, good. They probably let him go, but they let the other illegal immigrant go that shot that girl in the head with a gun that was stolen from a police officer or something. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Was that like 3 years ago?
Yep.
That was crazy. They let that dude go. I'm like, you got to be out of your mind. California, man. I pray for you guys out in California. You got bad.
Jeff wanted to know if we saw the video for the guy shooting out the windshield in Florida.
That's all
shooting through his windshield in Florida.
He's been watching too many shows of cops or something. As a public citizen, unless you got armed people like blocking you front and back, I think I would use the car instead of the gun.
Dude, I was watching the other day, watching a news thing, and there was police officers that were being attacked by Antifa. I mean, just straight being attacked, and they were having to shoot at them to protect themselves with paintball guns.
Oh yeah, they did it in Louisville, but they got.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's just sort of like a less lethal. It hurts, and I think they've got like a pepper balls, don't they? Don't they have like
some of them have pepper? Some of them have pepper balls. They were shooting. Yeah. The ones I was watching was shooting. It was a paintball gun because you could see it popping on them when it hit them.
Marks, you know who to go back and drag out of the crowd. They got the paint.
Just painting their targets.
Paint the targets, and they sweep in there and yank them out. These mayors have been over backwards for the communists. It's sad. Yeah, pepper balls. Yeah, the ones I saw, that was lighting him up, man. He's shooting them like 5 feet away. He was like, oh.
It stings.
Probably some happiness there for a little bit, but
it'll sting. But man, some of them guys are shooting real guns at the police, and you're shooting a dang paintball gun at them.
Oh yeah, I mean, they had real guns on them, but they were using the pepper balls to slow the progress, back them up, shut them up, stuff like that. I can understand. You don't want to kill. I mean, nobody wants to kill anybody, but if they go hot with a live gun. But in Louisville, they shot off those tear gas canisters or whatever, pepper spray things down there. Those like grenade launcher things. They shoot them into the crowds to disperse them. As soon as the police in Louisville tried to disperse them and shot those, that's when they got shot by real bullets. The cops got shot by real bullets. And after that, they weren't having no more of it. The police got serious and they run them out of there, and you ain't heard much else out of Louisville.
You can sit back with your Coke can dispenser and shoot at them.
Yeah. I wonder how much weight I can actually put in it. I mean, we know we can shoot a pound, so we're close. 12 ounces. It might shoot. They got a 308 one now. I probably ought to go with that. It's a 308. That would have a little bit more wallop. You could probably put like a monster in that one.
I was going to say you shoot monsters out of
it. Monster bear sprays. That'd be a bear canister. Bear spray, pepper spray canister.
Well, was you over there at Iraqi Vet Shoot last year when the dude was shooting the Coke cans out of the AR cannon?
Oh yeah.
And a guy was shooting it with a shotgun.
Yeah. There were some that weren't very good shots that were missing. He's like, "Yeah, come on, man." Of course, it was pouring. Come on, man. It's like pouring down rain. That's the only thing I didn't miss about it this year. I mean, I really wanted to go. I was so excited, and they canceled.
I know. But that's where we would have been this past weekend.
Yep, it would have been fun. We're gonna wrap this puppy up. Go ahead.
I was gonna say shooting some full automatic stuff. That's always fun.
I know, man. Somebody else's bullets—that's the best shooting you can have. John, your brother says the news lost interest in the 2 deputies that got shot. Didn't fit their agenda. That is true.
Exactly.
All right, man. You got anything else?
I'm good.
Everybody over there in the chats, all happy and satisfied. We're gonna wrap this puppy up. So before the show, I posted over on Facebook. I went to YouTube to set up the thing, and it says we have no subscribers. I sent it to Doug. I said, "You seeing this?" And he goes, "Yep." It shows no subscribers on our back channels. It shows nothing. And then so
but it says I'm subscribed.
Yeah, some people say, "Well, I'm still subscribed," and then I forgot who it was that said that it was showing 460, but we had like 680 yesterday. So I don't know what's going on, but if you guys don't see us on the platforms, you don't hear from us. We didn't commit suicide that we know of, and
no matter what Hillary says,
we did not commit suicide. We're happy and we're not depressed. And then also, We have a Parlor account, which is not controlled by leftist. I think it's a Dan Bongino and someone else collaborated together on that. It's sort of like a Twitter. We've got Wimkin, Wimkin, and I've got a personal page over there, and I got a Guide and Guns page over there. I've been posting the shows over there when we get done. We've got a MeWe, and then Doug has been working hard and has the Guide and Guns podcast .com site almost done, if not done. We got a lot of population and stuff to do it, but he's just about there.
Yep.
So it's
Troy's
still,
seen it.
I've seen it. I have witnessed it, and I have played around with it. So it exists. It's not a unicorn. It does exist. It has not been taken down yet. So we've got those out there. So remember, Parlor, Wimkin, and that's a weird name, I know, but probably so was Facebook when it first came out. Wimkin. It's sort of like between a Twitter and a Facebook. And if you got an Apple phone, Apple has not approved their app yet, although I've been using it, but it won't let you do videos and stuff. Well, supposed to be approved sometime between now and election, probably closer to election or after. And MeWe is out there. It's there. I mean, you can communicate through it. So if you lose us, you can find us there, or you can find us at GuideandGunsPodcast.com. We still have a Facebook account right now. We still have a YouTube channel, but it's showing no subscribers for us. We have a Twitter account, which it's a garbage. It's a dumpster fire over there all the time. I really am tired of going to Twitter. So it's still there. Last I checked last night. And then we've got Instagram, which I try to keep stuff over there. It's almost like a personal Guide and Guns page kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. Anybody else have any communications over there? YouTube is my only social media. Well, Google is probably going to yank us at some point, I'm thinking. So if we disappear off YouTube, I'm sorry, Appalachian 2A. Parlor, yep. So we're down to 468 subscribers now from 680 yesterday. Okay, so that's all the feeds over there.
It just moves around a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. We'll wrap it up. Till next time, Doug, have a blessed week.
And keep your guns close, but keep your Bible closer.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Spread us far and wide. Avenge us. Avenge us. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a good one.